I used to replay every perfect conversation on my way home. Did they lean in more than usual? Did that laugh last just a beat too long? Was that text a little warmer than it needed to be? And every time I ended up in the same place, am I reading this right or am I just projecting? That question has cost me a lot of sleep and a lot of missed chances. So at some point, I got tired of guessing. I started digging into what psychology actually knows about attraction, how our bodies give us away long before we say a word, and that changed everything. Not because it gave me a superpower, because it replaced the guessing with something I could actually trust. Before we get into the signs, you have to understand why this works. Our bodies are honest. Long before we choose our words, our subconscious is already communicating. When we're attracted to someone, our brain triggers involuntary physical responses, non-verbal cues that broadcast what we're often trying to hide. Words are chosen. The body isn't. We're not looking for one clue. We're looking for a cluster of signals, a pattern that, when it shows up together, paints a pretty clear picture. So let's get into the first and one of the most powerful signs. Sign number 1, the intimate gaze. In a normal conversation, our gaze stays in a small zone. Eyes, maybe a glance at the nose or mouth. It's polite and non-threatening. When attraction enters the picture, that pattern expands. Behavioral observers have noted that when someone is attracted to you, their gaze will linger and travel. They'll look from one of your eyes to the other, and then drop their gaze down to your lips before returning. This shift from a social gaze to a more intimate one is a powerful subconscious indicator. It's their brain signaling it's interested in more than just your words. Next time you're talking, pay attention. Don't stare, just observe. If you notice their eyes making that brief trip down to your lips, it's a massive signal. The digital version is different, but just as telling. It's when someone consistently watches your stories, often being one of the first. That's the eyes. But here's what most people miss. The part of the body that never lies isn't the face. It's lower. Sign number 2, the chameleon effect. You lean forward, they lean forward. You take a sip of your drink, they reach for theirs a moment later. That's not a coincidence, it's a psychological phenomenon called mirroring, or the chameleon effect. This happens because our brains are wired to build rapport. When we're with someone we like, we subconsciously begin to mimic their posture, their gestures, even their tone of voice. It's our brain's way of saying, I'm like you, we're in sync. In one classic experiment, waitresses who subtly mirrored their customers' behavior received significantly higher tips than those who didn't. It's that powerful that you can even test this. Make a subtle gesture, uncross your legs, lean back. Wait a few moments. Just don't stare at them while you do it. You're running a small experiment. They don't need to know that. If you notice them unconsciously shifting to a similar position, it's a very strong sign they feel connected to you. The digital counterpart is them adopting your communication style, using the same emojis you use, adopting your slang, matching the length of your texts. It's a digital way of getting in sync. Sign number 3, the gravity of proximity. When we're attracted to someone, we have a subconscious desire to be closer to them. It's primal. Think about a group setting. We naturally create space between ourselves and people we're not interested in. We gravitate towards those we like. They might choose the chair next to you, or lean in closer when you speak. Even if they're standing several feet away, pay attention to their body. Are their feet and torso pointed towards you, even if their head is turned? Body language experts call this ventral fronting. It's a huge sign their attention is directed at you. Notice what happens when you move. If you shift to another part of the room, do they find a reason to end up near you shortly after? It's not stalking. It's an unconscious pull. In the digital world, this shows up as response time. If they consistently respond quickly, it shows you're a priority. Research shows people judge real interest by who initiates and how fast they reply. A short response time is the digital equivalent of leaning in. Proximity is primal, but the next sign doesn't work through distance. It works through contact, even when it looks accidental. Sign number 4, the justification for touch. Touch is one of the most powerful ways we communicate affection. It's tied to bonding. When someone is attracted to you, they will often find subtle, accidental ways to break the touch barrier. This isn't about being inappropriate, it's about small moments. They might gently touch your arm to emphasize a point. Let their leg brush against yours. Each moment on its own could be nothing. But when you see a pattern of these accidental touches, it's rarely an accident. It's a subconscious move to test the waters and create a physical connection. The digital equivalent is proactive engagement. It's when they find reasons to initiate contact. Sending you a meme or a song with a message like, "This made me think of you." These are digital touches, small justifications to start a conversation. Some people even call these little gestures micromances. They're simple ways to show they care. Sign number 5, the Duchenne smile. Not all smiles are equal. Most are just polite social smiles. But there is one type of smile that is incredibly difficult to fake. It's a giveaway for genuine happiness, the Duchenne smile. A social smile only uses the muscles around your mouth. A Duchenne smile uses those plus the muscles that surround your eyes. It raises your cheeks and creates crow's feet at the corners of your eyes. In short, it's a smile that reaches the eyes. Researchers link this eye area activation with genuine enjoyment. People read it as more authentic. You can spot the difference. A polite smile can look empty. A Duchenne smile makes a person's whole face light up. When someone is genuinely happy to see you, they will flash you a Duchenne smile. It's an involuntary reaction. They'll laugh at your jokes, even the ones that aren't funny. You know which ones. It's because being around you brings them joy. Laughter comes easier. Its digital counterpart is the enthusiastic use of emojis. Anyone can send a smiley face. But when someone consistently uses emojis that convey strong, positive emotion, like the smiling face with hearts, or ones that relate to an inside joke, they are trying to inject genuine emotion into a medium that lacks it. So far, we've read the body. But the most revealing sign? It's not physical at all. It's what they do with information about you. Sign number 6, the investigator's curiosity. When we're not interested in someone, conversations stay on the surface. How was your weekend? Small talk. But when someone is attracted to you, they become an investigator of you. They start asking deeper, more personal questions. They won't just ask what you do, they'll ask why you chose it. They move past generic questions to understand who you really are. This shows a genuine desire to build an emotional connection. Even more telling is when they remember small details you've shared before. They bring up that story you told, the one you said out loud and immediately thought, "Why did I just say that?" They remembered it. You almost didn't. Or they ask about a work project you were stressed about last week. This shows they are not just hearing you. They are actively listening. Their brain is flagging information about you as important. In a world where everyone is distracted, someone giving you their undivided attention is one of the most significant signs. The digital version is when they ask follow-up questions in your text conversations instead of letting the thread die. It proves you're on their mind. 1 signal can be noise. 2 is interesting. 3 or more from different channels. Body, voice, memory, digital. That's not guessing anymore, that's reading. Once you understand this, that question, "Do they like me?" loses its power because the body doesn't wait for permission to answer.